So, we had the Dallas Mavericks who are fighting for their goddamn life here, as they are out of the play-in as of right now, against the Miami Heat, who have been on a bad stretch recently and are still somewhat fighting for that sixth seed. Jimmy Butler turned up tonight and he was ready, man. He was playoff ready. And Kevin Love here played really good at the end of the first quarter. Here he hits the hook shot. Miami had their highest scoring first quarter, which is not surprising against this Mavericks defense. They were getting whatever they wanted inside. Cody Zeller looked like prime Shaq tonight, or prime Hakim, or prime however you want to call it, man. But masked Cody Zeller against the Mavericks is just something else. But the Mavs offense, of course, can do good things themselves, as it was still a 12-point game here heading into the second half. And Tim Hardaway Jr. was spectacular. He passes it to Maxi Kleber, who makes it a 6-point game here. And the Mavericks were in this game, even though I kinda never felt like it. Tyler Hero makes it a 10-point game again. And the Heat were, making the big shots when they needed them to. And whether it was Kevin Love or Kyle Lowry also stepping up. Jimmy Butler turned back the clock. Nah, he just turned into playoff Jimmy early a little bit, right? He just did the things he does, man. He was inspirational tonight. He inspired everyone with the first quarter play, and even though it's a 5-point game here, as Tim Hardaway made it there, he was hitting everything. Luka here gets a shot to make it a 3-point game. He misses. The foul was overturned after a challenge, and the Heat kinda comfortably win. It felt way more comfortable, but it was closer than it felt. That's how I would call it. But shout out Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry off the bench. They played really well. Kyle Lowry still can't find his shot, but at least he distributed the ball well, and overall just didn't look completely washed. And the same goes for Kevin Love, who had 18 points off the bench, his first game off the bench actually for the Heat, which was encouraging to say the least. Caleb Martin also perfect 4 of 4 off the bench. And then of course you have Jimmy Butler, who set the tone early. He had like 16 first quarter points, 35 points, 12 assists, 12 of 16 from the field. He set the tone early, brought the team along with him, and just did Jimmy Butler things, man. Whether it was taking some nasty fall away mid-rangers, fade away mid-ranges, or whether it was just getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. He just played really great, and Cody Zeller had 20 and 8, man, in 2023. Yeah, and Max Strus hit 6 3-pointers, so shout out to him. And they didn't turn the ball over, which of course helps a lot against this Mavs team, as the Mavs did turn the ball over 14 times. Kyrie, Luka, and Tim Hardaway were pretty good, even though Luka was abused defensively a lot, man. They really have him, do as little as possible on defense. They want him to move as little as possible on defense, but man, even those little things, those little closeouts in the corner, he just doesn't do them well at all, man. And it's rough to watch. It's really rough to watch. The bench was really rough to watch tonight. They played horrible, and yeah, Reggie Bullock was horrific also. But I mean, what can you do, man? That's been the story a lot this year. Well, the Mavs on a 2-game losing streak with 2 games to go. 4 games to go. One is a back-to-back against the Hawks tonight, which will be intriguing, of course, because, well, we all know the Luka trade history, right? And yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm expecting them to lose, and they will have 3 games then, and Oklahoma City has the tiebreaker over them. So, OKC can go 2-2. They've not been playing well themselves, of course. But if OKC manages to win just 2 games, it's Dallas has to pretty much win out here. It's really rough. I just feel like they're really gonna miss the playoffs, man. It really is feeling like it. Do you think they miss the playoffs? Let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section. And as for the Eastern Conference, Miami now a game and a half back behind Brooklyn, but they still have a chance to catch them. But the recent play probably indicates that Brooklyn is gonna hold on to the 6th seed. But still, one of the best games Miami has played, even though there were some rough moments. But to be fair, against Luka and Kyrie, and with Tim Hardaway going this way, it was due to that the offense would be still really good, even though the Heat played a lot of the game close to perfect, in my opinion. One of the best games the Heat has the Heat have played this year, in my opinion. But I mean, at least in a long time.